What's up? This is Madison. I'm here in the Hollywood Hills. I don't come to LA very often. I took a little time off hiatus. I was retired, but I looked at the scene around it with all the men and women having fights and the dynamics of what's happening in today's society. And I said to myself, you got to come help. You got to come bring the goods. You got to give everything you have. So today, I'm going to do that here in the house, in the hills, giving the best content that I have and sharing it here with you. And we're going to go inside and we're going to start right now and give it everything we got. No holding back. What's up, everybody? How's it going? What's up? All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Your checks are in the mail. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So what's up? My name is Madison. I've been doing this for about 15 years, teaching social dynamics. I've traveled 35 cities around the globe. I've been a student of this for a very long time. I got brought on board because I specialize in very high status, high value communication. And I just love doing this. I've been a fan of this for a very long time. And today I want to do something very special for you all right? So, I'm not sure if you've noticed this, if you felt this, but there's been a shift in the world lately. Since the unknown virus of unspecified origin happened to occur a little while ago, I've noticed people are now more rusty than ever in their social skills. They're not social, they can't get along. You got kids growing up on TikTok that can't even make a communication with somebody. When you're walking the street and you smile at a stranger, they quickly don't smile back at you because they don't know how to read smiles. And I've noticed we've all kind of lost touch with each other. And I've also been watching the self-development space, okay? The self-development space where there's people on these podcasts that just complain about the opposite sex. And it's women suck, and it's men suck, it's and that's entertainment. And the more shit of that you watch, the more the algorithm just shoves it down your throat. And I'm sitting down in my bat cave, Canada, just watching all this transpire, and I'm wow, this is horrible. And I felt extra horrible because I knew that I can do something about it. I had this wealth of knowledge that I wasn't sharing. And for a long time, I kind of felt bad because I'd always I've actually kind of failed you in a way because publicly, I always kind of kept my best material for my programs and my courses, and I typically did that because the way I operated. But now I feel like it's my obligation to share the best content that I have with people just to put it out there. Because if I don't share it, then that content dies, that information dies. Who here has been following the company or me for 10 years? Okay? Yeah, so everybody here has been following for a long time. You've seen the shift, right? You've seen it. And you're lucky enough to be around when that content was available. But the newer generation, they have no idea what they're missing. They have no idea. So I'm all right, time to put on the big man pants and bring everything that I have, the best stuff that I have, and present it to you and just put it out there. And so I'm going to attempt to do that today, okay? I'm going to give you what I would usually put in my paid programs. I'm going to give it to you for free today. Now, he's yeah, free shit. Okay? Now, here's a little caveat. Even though I'm going to give you this stuff, don't be oh, I have Madison's stuff, so now I've mastered it. It doesn't mean you've mastered it. You're still probably going to want to get training. You're still probably going to want to come on one of my programs and learn it that way. This is going to be a group experiment of everybody doing it together. But you're learning it. It doesn't mean that you've mastered it. This still will take practice and time. Let me ask you a question here. Who here in their social skills considers themselves to be a beginner? You're just starting out. Maybe you found about the stuff 6 months ago. You're really shaky. You have problems projecting your voice. The basics. It's okay. Just tell me though if you're a beginner. Who's a beginner? Show of hands. Okay, don't worry, there's people behind you. You can't see them, but they're raising their hands too. Okay, so 3 or 4. Okay, who would consider themselves intermediate? Socially, you go out, you don't even know the definition yet. The hands are out. Let me get the definition. You go out socially, you can meet people any night you want to. You can start a conversation. It goes for 3 or 5 minutes, but then it kind of dies out. Sometimes you go out and you are the king, and sometimes you go out and you are the chump. And you're very inconsistent in your results, but you get some results. Who fits that description? Now you can raise your hand. Okay, majority of the audience. And who is on God mode 24/7, just okay, this guy. No, there's no between. I fluctuate myself. Okay, so that's good. If we have an intermediate audience, I can give you the intermediate stuff. I have so much to do, it's crazy. I have if I shared what I really knew, I think the internet would explode, and I'm purposely trying to be low key. But today I'm going to share with you what will get you results immediately fast to up your social skills. And if you're at an intermediate level, this will resonate with you. I have about 25, maybe 30 drills that I've made myself that are brand new drills. Nobody in the world has these. These are like patented technology. And I'm gonna share some of them with you today. I can't get through all 25. I'll have to continue it tomorrow, and I'll do the best I can. And if you want ones that are tailored to your specific lifestyle, then for sure, come on a program, all right? So, here's what I've been thinking. Okay. What are my skills like? Believe it or not, I'm a very introverted person. I actually don't like being in large groups. Going to Walmart, I'm like, what am I doing? I just want to order something on Amazon. I don't like being out socially that much. I'm introverted, but I'm a learned extrovert. And so part of my process of learning social skills was just to first level A, just get out of your head, right? Like that's level A. Anybody who said they were a beginner, you know, a couple people raise their hand. Owen comes up here, he does some like screaming, ah! You know, he brings a guy on stage, he's like, yell like a lion, the guy's like, roar! And everybody's like, yeah, good job. And he's like, oh, thanks. That's like level 1, just getting out of your head. After that, you're probably gonna wanna add some skills to it, some finesse or some essence or some charm or some charisma on top of that. And that's kind of like where I come in. I come in like where either I wanna get you to an intermediate level or I wanna help you polish off what you already have and enhance it, okay? So that's what I specialize in. And in terms of like romantic relationships, I will not even get into that. But I won't even get into that. But I would say this, I've had a really interesting last couple of years, like the past 5 years, I've dated 14 people that have gotten married after me, like right after me, yeah. And I haven't figured out if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet. I really don't know, just being purely honest. I'm like, is that a good thing? I'm like, my buddy has a joke, he calls me the last fuckboy, but I don't think that's a good thing. I like to view it as like, I'm the last guy they see because they're like, he has potential, but I'm not ready yet. And then they go to the next guy and they get pregnant or have a baby or get married. I think that's pretty cool. So I think one thing I'll be doing in the future is I'll also be coaching a lot of women. So there's a lot of women that are in the audience today here that we got in the crew in the house. So at any point, if you want to be involved, put your hands up, have any questions. I'll do the same with you as well, okay? I don't discriminate. I have equal opportunity for everybody. And yeah, when I look at a lot of the content that's on the internet these days, it's like just angry content. And the way that like TikTok works or YouTube works, Instagram works is that you pop it open and they show you the worst thing to get your attention. And then they show you something that makes you feel angry, and then they show you more of that. And like you literally just wake up like in a rage. Like I don't know if you ever felt this lately, just like in a rage, like why am I angry? Why am I stressed? I felt the same thing like when I was watching like the political news. I just be like angry all the time, so I had to stop watching it. But I definitely see that like when it comes to like relationships, personal dynamics, dating advice, I would like angry. And I don't like this because it's like you feel angry, so that you then go and watch more of the same shitty content to make you even more angry. And then it's like, congratulations, I'm a victim now. But what I want to do is give you tools to like empower yourself. So you're not just sitting there like angry at people or the opposite sex or socially where you are in life. I want to give you tools to empower yourself. That's the whole goal. I don't believe in just sitting there being a victim. I believe in like being proactive. Like, what can I do? Yes, the world's burning down around me. Okay, great. I can't change the world, but what can I do in my own life to take personal responsibility and change what's happening in my life? And it's a serious question that we ask ourselves daily, and we've all been there, we've known it. It's like you're coming back to material and it's different for you now because you're a different person. And also the content changes. There's this great quote that I heard. It's a quote by Osho, and he says, a man comes to a river and he takes a drink, and then he leaves the river and he comes back 1 year later. The river is not the same because it's always been flowing, and the man is not the same because he's 1 year older. So then you come and you revisit this content, and it's different for you a year later than it was maybe when you heard it. And also the content is the river. The content changes as well because the world changes. And so we have to constantly come back to it and live it and update ourselves. And that's why I was always saying to you as well throughout the weekend, I'm like, listen, what you know is good, it's a foundation, but let's update you with the information you have to give you the more current version of it, because you have changed as people and the world has also changed, so you need to like grow with that, and that's super important.